Hey everyone, we got a special guest today.
It's Shaniece.
We got Shaniece. So Shaniece is a professional closet organizer. Is that a proper title to give you?
Yes, I like to say master closet organizer because I'm the bomb at it. But
she's a master closet organizer. So here's the deal. I've cleaned out thousands of closets, whether it be in person or virtually. As part of my styling service, I am a regular editor of my own closet. So I feel like I'm really good at getting rid of things. However, the organization bit, I only know the basics. I know how to merchandise a closet. I know how to make it look nice. But when it comes to like real organization, we need the pros. And there's another layer to my issue, which is why Shaniece is here right now. I've done a major downsizing of my closet space. So as many of you may remember, doesn't take that far back to go, but my office, which we're in right now, this entire wall used to be shelves, IKEA shelves that had my shoes, my bags, my accessories. Shaniece actually helped me put together that system and merchandise it. But over the pandemic, I was like, yo, I don't need all this crap.
She literally started taking everything out and sending it over to consignment. And I was like, well, what's happening?
Everything had to go. So I've removed all, clothing and accessories from this office space, and I've moved it into my closet. I have a standard reach-in closet, which it's too full for my liking. It's too full for my liking. So instead of me tackling this project by myself, I wanted to bring in Shaniece to help me organize and store things better and edit things down even further, if that's even possible, because I edit my closet so much. So before we get into my closet, Shaniece, can you give us maybe some tips for downsizing and organization?
Yes, I would say the first thing to do is one, set the intention, which is what you totally have done. You have made the decision that you want to become almost like a minimalist.
Almost.
It feels like you have kind of went into that route of minimalism, but also having the quality items that you know that you're using all the time. So I think the first step is to set the intention, which is something that you've done. It makes me very proud. And then I will also recommend literally pulling everything out. Because if you're doing things in sections, as far as I'm going to do this closet and I'm going to do this closet, it's going to be kind of a mix up. Whereas if you have everything pulled out, you can see it all at once and I'm not going to use this, or I'm not going to, I don't like this anymore, and I totally recommend having a friend come and help you.
Yeah.
We know it's a pandemic, don't worry, we are COVID negative, but
safe up in here.
We are safe up in here. But I think if you have a friend that's virtually, someone that's there with you, so you're not going through the process alone, because when you're alone, you kind of can play that back and forth with yourself.
Yeah. And any of my Personal Style University members in my Clearing Out Your Closet module and in my upcoming book,
get the book.
Style Therapy, there's a whole section on cleaning out your closet, and I always recommend never do it alone, ever. Always do it with a friend, because you will convince yourself that something needs to be kept. So even when I'm just cleaning out my closet by myself, I don't need Shaniece's professional assistance. I always ask, am I gonna wear this anymore? And she's like, no, you're not gonna wear that anymore. That's not you anymore. It's a nice cosign.
Yeah.
It helps you get rid of it. So the next question that I have for you, because I know in your business, you tie in the more emotional side, where I feel like my closet cleaning is a little bit more analytical. It's is this gonna take you to the next version of yourself? Yes or no, get it out of here. Mm-hmm. But you deal with clients that have a little more emotional tie, sentimental to their clothing. What are some tips that you can share that help people both identify the emotional component and to let it go?
I think the first step in identifying the emotional component is kind of repeating what you say when you pick up the item. So for me, if I have I had a necklace, my mom passed away 2 years ago. And so when we were going through getting rid of her stuff, which my sister still has a ton of it. Like, I can't convince my sister to get rid of some of the stuff. For me, it was like, I don't want to take back a lot of stuff to California with me from Connecticut. So for me, I asked myself, I was like, what did my mother value the most? You know, what was important to her? And what I pulled was like a lot of her, she wore a lot of suits when she was in corporate America before she went to the medical field, but she used to wear a lot of pins. So I took like a few of the pins that I remember as a little girl, as well as the ones that she kept like that were more recent. So I grabbed that and I grabbed her Bible because she had like a lot of highlights. And it may be the part of me that was nosy because like it had letters and stuff in there, like from like my godfather. So I wanted to read them. But like those two things are what I took. I didn't take her clothes because I knew I wasn't going to wear them. It's not my style. Like, you know, I mean, we had similar tastes, but not like that. You know, so I found what was important to her.
Okay. If y'all didn't pick that tip up, genius. What did the piece actually mean to them? Because I have, you know, friends, clients that are like, no, I can't get rid of this because it was my mom's, or it was this, or it was that. Did that piece even have any meaning to them? And I shared this in my closet therapy workshop. But when my grandmother passed away, she's very important to me, I didn't take all of her stuff. Like, she passed down a Gucci bag to me because she knew that would be special to me, and it was special to her.
Yeah.
And I picked a couple of items that I knew would invoke the memory of her. But I didn't want to keep everything to keep it as like a burden.
Yeah.
So that's great for people that have lost loved ones. What about things that are tied to like an ex?
Oof. Guilty. So for me, let me tell you what I did. Like, I was having, I think even when I called you, I had this moment where I was like almost like having like this little, not necessarily a breakdown, but a breakdown probably. Yeah. And it was like an emotional thing. And I was like, you know, I went through my closet, and when I pulled out, like, as I called Lauren after this, like, I went through and I seen like pictures of my exes, like, you know, the ones that were good to me. And then I still had stuff from the ones that like either cheated on me. And I was like, why am I holding on to this thing like a shrine, hoping that like that fairy tale of when you hear like 1 out of a million cases when they come back, you know, and then this magical fairy tale. I was like, get rid of that. Like, I want something new. So like getting rid of that old energy, like I had to push that out. Like, don't hold on to that. Like, oh my gosh, but we did this and that. Like, why are you holding on to an old memory? Like, if it's your ex, like ex means exit out, get it out of there. So totally don't think you should be holding on to even jewelry. Like, consign that and go get you something that you like, that's worth for you, you know? So
yeah. And I'll just add, you know, to that, for me, sometimes it's easy to understand the information. Like, oh, it's an ex. Like, I can't keep that shit. But sometimes it takes a little bit of additional work, whether it's in the form of having a breakdown or like doing some journaling or writing about it to be like, why am I holding on to this? Like, I had a necklace that an ex gave me, and it was diamonds. And I'm like, I didn't feel any emotional tie to the ex. I didn't want him to come back. Yeah. It was over. I didn't care. I wanted those diamonds. Those are my only diamonds. But as I started to write about the necklace and the ex, it's like energetically, I'm hanging on in like a scarcity way. Like, no other man is going to give me diamonds, that I can't give diamonds to myself. And as soon as I realized the meaning behind keeping the item, the real couldn't get here fast enough. I was like, take this necklace. It's consigned. It's gone. It's done. So sometimes when you are cleaning out your closet, there's deeper work, because I know Shaniece believes this as well. The closet, it's like a portal to the inside. Literally. It's going to tell you a lot about yourself, and it's going to affect the way that you feel because you open your closet doors every single morning, which is why in upcoming videos, we're going to go inside of my closet with Shaniece and have her help me edit down and organize, because now that the things are in a reach-in, and I do love everything in my closet, so I think it's going to be really good stuff. I think it's going to be a little bit tricky. But I feel chaos when I open it because there's too much stuff in there. Like, I want more space between the hangers. Yeah. I like it when things look visually appealing like a store, and they can't be because the closet's so damn small.
I love working with, I'm a tiny home lover, so like this is like perfect, you know? So I'm excited about the project.
We're going to put your skills to the test, because Shaniece has worked on some celebrity closets. She's worked in some big ass walk-in closets.
Yeah.
She showed me some amazing before and afters that she's done. And I mean, she did my closet wall that you all have seen. So I've seen her work her magic in a big space. So I'm really curious of what you can do.
Oh, no pressure, Lauren.
In a
no
small
pressure
space.
at all.
I'm really curious. So if you're curious to head over to our next video. Our next video will come out in a couple of days, and we're going to go into the closet. I'm thinking maybe we start with the dresser.
Cool.
And then we work into the closet.
I'm for it.
All right. So
Excited.
thank you, Shaniece, and make sure that you tune in to our next video where we actually go inside of the closet.